was the atmosphere like from a player's perspective when that equaliser goes in?
Yeah, it was great. Yeah, I mean, obviously the first half it was a bit flat, which is understandably so. The way we played it wasn't great, but thankfully we turned it around and we all played really well, and the fans played their part.
What was the key to the turnaround, do you think, and what was the manager like at half time?
Just probably fresh legs. A change in formation at half time maybe helped us out a bit, but we all know our jobs, and we all stuck to it throughout the game. So the manager obviously wasn't happy at half time, but he was a lot happier at full time.
A lot of the fans loved the way that you impacted the game. Someone said to me that you were like a bulldozer when you came on. You coming on with the way that you approached that second half, they felt just lifted everybody and changed the game. So what's going through your mind? You're 2-0 down, you're coming on, you've got to try and find a way to change the game as a team. You need something from this match. What's going on in your mind at that time?
Just a bit of energy. I felt the game was a bit flat in the first half, regardless of the score. So a bit of energy goes a long way, a bit of effort, and thankfully I've got a lot of that in the locker. So I just thought, come on, give it my all, and hopefully get a result. And thankfully we got 2 goals back.
It's amazing, isn't it? Sometimes in football, just that bit of energy and a bit of effort, doesn't it? It can give everybody a lift. Fans, players, teammates. In a big game, can't it?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, energy goes a long way. A bit of effort goes a long way. If, you can have all the talent in the world, but if you've not got the heart for it, then you've not got it.
You seem to play the game in a way that resonates with the fans. That effort, that commitment. What drives you on to deliver these performances, to play with a style that is so appreciated?
A deep question. Probably just the way I was brought up. I was always brought up to give 100%. Mum and Dad told me to, stick in, do what you can, and do to the best of your ability, and that's what I've always done. So, done it with Mum and Dad, nothing to do with anyone else.
It feels like when the team needs you the most, you love to stand up and be counted. You think of Tuesday, you think of Peterborough in that miracle second leg. There are other examples as well that we could mention. Is there something to that, do you think, that when it's the biggest moment, the most important moment, you have this sort of knack of being there for the team?
It's probably a lot down to experience. I've played a lot of games. I know that anything can happen on the football pitch, so there's no point. It's the old cliche until the final whistle goes, but you've got to give your all. That's what I've always done, and anything can happen, like you say. It might turn out to be a really significant result for us that point. So hopefully it matters.
What's Hillsborough like on those big moments? Because you've been part of some really sort of big moments, haven't you, at that stadium when it's been a great night? Yeah,
it's amazing for us to hear the fans and hear the crowd go wild after we get a result back. So it's a massive lift, but we need to sort of get the fans on side. We can't start games 2-0 down and hope for the best. So it's about starting well, and hopefully the fans can drive us on.
How good has it been to be back out there in these last couple of games, having had to obviously wait since December because of the injury?
Yeah, it's been good to be back out. It's been a long 3-4 months for me. I'm no stranger to being out. I've come through injuries before, and thankfully, I've worked hard with the physio staff and all the sports science team to get back on the pitch. So thankful to them to get me back out there, and just thankful to be able to do my job again.
Has it been a bit of a roller coaster for the last few weeks? Because the manager talked about a decision was going to need to be made. I think it was just like 2 or 3 weeks ago about whether you could play again this season. Now you're back in the team, you're having a massive impact for them. So, what has that period been like, not knowing whether you were going to be able to get back out there this year?
In my mind, I was always going to get back, so it was a bit scary for me to see that people were saying this and that and the other thing, that I wasn't going to come back. But like I said, I've been working hard, being in the gym, being on the grass, and it shows dividends that I can get back on the pitch quicker.
What are you like as an observer rather than a player?
I'm not a good observer. I sat and watched every game, went to all the home games. I followed all the away games, and I'm not a good watcher of the game, especially when I can't help. So it's good to be back involved and being able to play my part.
Can you play in 90 minutes if asked?
Can always play 90 minutes.
Michael Smith said after the game that you were drinking a can of Monster at 10:30 at night. So 1, how do you sleep after that? And 2, Michael was sort of suggesting it goes along with how you are, non-stop, a lot of energy. Would you go along with that?
Yeah, it's about 9:30 in the morning. I've not had my monster yet, so I'm not in a good place at the moment. But no, it's something I've always had before, literally the last 350, 400 games. So no point changing it now. Each their own, I suppose. Everyone's got their own little thing they do before games or after games, and I just had a little bit they can left, so I didn't want to waste it.
Things felt a bit bleak for the team after the Middlesbrough defeat. What has happened after that game that has enabled this team to get two huge results against QPR and the draw against Norwich?
Just a bit of belief. I mean, we've been picking up results, throughout the last couple of months, and the teams around us are always picking up results, which has sort of spurred us on a bit. It's not good when you come in after a good result and see that everyone else has done well as well. So we use that as a bit of a kick to drive us on, and working on the training pitch. We've been in all day, every day. I had a day off yesterday actually, but we've been in pretty much every day working hard because we know we want to be in this league next year.